that one of the tall necks Ross told me about? Encased in ice. It fell a long time ago. But the scavengers have just gotten started. Water gushing from an old world wall. What is this place? Quite a drop. And this isn't a natural cave. Interesting. I might not be alone down here. A flying machine from the old one's time. Damaged. By Delvers, maybe. Or the Banuk. Huh. Not so grounded after all. Now I can get across. Nobody else got this far in. Let's have a look at you. Mounting rail. Must be what was pulled off the other machine. Shouldn't be hard to remove. If it was useful to someone, can't hurt to be prepared.
Outlander, wait a moment. That weapon of yours, Outlander, that spear, I can see the blue light upon it.
This? It was made by an acquaintance of mine.
Ah, a shaman.
No. More of a tinker?
A tinker does not understand the spark in the metal, the song in the metal like this. But it could be improved upon, modified, with the help of the old ones. Far north of here there is a cave, a shaft in the snow. Within it is a nest of metal birds. Find a bird that hasn't been stripped by shamans past. Look for a rail inside it, the length of your spear. That's all I can tell you.
Get a rail from some metal birds in a cave. Sounds perfectly normal. Wait, I've been to that place. I already have one of the rails.
Oh, you were guided, I don't doubt.
Is this what you—
Hush, hush! A shaman's secrets are not spoken aloud.
Is this what you wanted me to find?
Bind it to your spear. Use it to attach this for now. You'll find more, I'm sure.
Why are you helping me?
The blue light is fading. The machine songs are ending, and what does the Conclave do? They sit, they chant, they observe. No more. We must fight for it, and you are a fighter. We share a cause.
I'm not sure we do. I'm not even sure what the cause is. But I'm grateful.
No need for thanks, only action.
Now I can attach modification parts to my spear. Works for me. Might
To
as well
preserve
get
the blue
started
light,
improving my spear.
that's our task. And our task leads us on strange paths. Yes, I think I've convinced myself.
A ruin in a lake? No, the ruin is the lake. The old ones made this. Snap moss. Probably came from somewhere upriver. Follow the river, find its source. Seems simple enough. There. That must be where the water's coming from. Looks like something the old ones built. Well, somebody wanted in. Nearly blew this entire ledge off just to get through the door.
Flooding detected. Evacuation recommended. Overflow basin compromised.
The overflow basin, huh? Wonder where that is. Looks like a control center. What happened in here to start the water flowing? Intake tower malfunction. Drainage system offline. That's probably not good news. Looks like most of the facility is underwater. How did this happen? I should be able to shut this place down from here. Someone made a mess of this. If I had the right parts, I'll bet I could get it working again. Haven't seen one of these since I was a little kid. Must be some kind of code. Maybe I should try scanning objects in this area. Hard to see anything, but this room looks like it's packed with old stuff. Might be something useful. A piece is missing. Not getting in here without it. The lock positions. Helpful. These wires must run to the power source. Someone's been through here. Not that long ago, either.
I've become trapped somehow! By the forge, I'm pleased to hear another person stomping about in here. This blasted door is stuck! This is the perfect opportunity to do a good deed and clear your conscience for whatever cruelties you may have committed. Unless you're not one of those snap moths I saw outside, are you? If you were a snap maw, I don't suppose you'd tell me. Would ya? A snap maw probably couldn't fit through the door, or climb to the door, or understand the function of doors. Alright, you're either here to rescue me, or you're an uncharacteristically small and clever snap maw. Or I've imagined you entirely. On the off chance you're not the result of my skull going soft, little help? I don't wish to rush you, potentially imaginary rescuer. Take your time, of course, and happy to accommodate. Would that I could tell you this is my first time getting stuck mid-delve. No such luck, I'm afraid. Usually I have to get myself out of these predicaments, so you can imagine my relief. I once spent 2 days wandering a ruin before I found an exit. 2 full days! This current arrangement of ours is preferable, of course. Not much wandering room in here. After all this anticipation, I'm even more excited to make your acquaintance than I was when I first heard you out there. Although, if I might permit myself to be frank, I would prefer a little more expedience. You know, I'm reminded of a delve I undertook out near the claim. A stone ruin, cloud tall and lake wide. Must have been 13 levels on that monstrosity, but no walls. Just great stone columns bearing the weight of the level above. Filled out with row upon row of those enormous rusted out old world carts. You know the ones with the 4 wheels? I've scraped through 100 of those carts. But the only things I've ever seen inside are bird nests. You don't suppose that's what they were for, do you? Why would the old ones want to cart around families of birds? This gate's fairly heavy. It would be, I think, in the interest of my continued health and happiness for you to lock it in place. Just turn the valve, girl. Turning and locking, that's what we're doing here. Valve. Ever notice how the more you say a particular word in succession, the less meaning it seems to have? Valve. Valve. Valve.
Current's too strong. I can't swim against it. It's even less refreshing than it looks.
Blazing forge, girl! Careful! Don't want you drowning in this ruin now, do we? Ouch! Now, I suppose I might be mistaken, but that didn't look intentional. Are you all right? I'll say this for you. You're a more competent swimmer than I am. I'd have drowned twice over in your position. Oh, you're close, girl. Just spring across the gap. Ah, you're right above me. Just send that ladder on down.
Look out below.
Now, we've done this once before. Should be as easy as falling down a hole. If you'd take the valve on the other side.
If it's set up the same way on this side, I should look for an access tunnel. Current's too strong. I can't swim against it. It's even less refreshing than it looks.
Blazing Forge, girl! Careful! Don't want you drowning in this ruin now, do we? Ouch! Now, I suppose I might be mistaken, but that didn't look intentional. Are you all right? I'll say this for you. You're a more competent swimmer than I am. I'd have drowned twice over in your position. This is my sort of delve. 1,000 little problems to solve. 1,000,000 minute and invisible factors. My father used to say to me, Gildling? He called me Gildling. Gildling, he used to say, don't make the delve harder than it needs to be. The best delves are done in half the time it takes a campfire to sputter out. Now, my father was a great man, mind you, but dead wrong when it came to choosing a rubric by which to judge delve quality. To find yourself stuck, then unstuck. To fail, then to succeed. To get lost, and to find yourself. That's what makes a delve.
Uh-huh, Gildan. You were right. This thing did swallow the ring.
That's the old Gildan intuition in action. It's never led me astray. Sure, its chosen routes can be a bit circuitous, but never mind. To the storage room! To the spoils! I can't believe that worked. I thought you'd lost your mind, tickling the empty air like that.
Gildan? Everything okay?
I was so sure I saw it. The looking glass. I was so sure.
Looking glass?
My old mom found one for me when it was one of the last things I was sure I saw it, right there in the window. Of course. Trick of the light. Nothing at all.
I'm sorry, Gildan. It must have meant a lot to you.
Oh, well. Much as any artifact of the old ones would mean to me, really. It's fine. I'm fine. Besides, what are the spoils compared to the delve? That's why we do it, girl. The delve, not the treasure. And what a delve it was! Ugh. By the great Blazing Forge, I'll never forget that. Now then, I believe we have some repairs to make. Oh, That's a whole lot prettier, isn't it? What does it mean?
It means it worked.
By the forge! You are a wonder! Do you hear that often? I'll hazard a guess you do.
I've heard something like that once or twice.
Oh, she's modest now. A master of the arts of the old ones, a delver to shame the entire claim, and she wants to be modest. Ha!
It's not like I did it alone, Gildan.
No. No, I suppose not.
So what's next for you? On your way back to the claim?
And deprive the people of Song's Edge the story of this encounter? Perish the thought! I'll stay there a while longer. But a story is best told by all who encountered it. Come and lend a hand, won't you?
Overflow basin empty. Interior accessible. Minimal flood damage.
Sounds like the basin is dried out too. Maybe I'll take a look.
Another adventure so soon? You're braver than me. But there was no question of that. You go on ahead. I'm gonna stand right here and bask in our victory for a while longer. We must make a pact. Next time we meet, we'll reminisce properly on this day. A delve like this one demands retelling. If you'd have told me I'd missed this place when I was trapped behind that door, I'd have thought you were crazy. Now, though,
Water's lower now. But what's that sound? It's coming from downstream. Sound's getting louder. Definitely coming from inside this ruin. I can feel it in my chest. That's quite a sound you're making. I'm Aloy. I just lowered the waters from the dam north of here.
The water came from the Grey Catch? And it was you that stopped it? Then I owe you the deepest of thanks. I'm Laolai, the drummer of this place. Deep Din, as my father was and his mother before him. But recently the river rose and the basin flooded. I thought it was a curse. Our sacred instrument lost for good.
Not quite a curse. Just a clumsy Oseram.
I think I saw him not long ago in Song's Edge. He talks a lot, like he thought his voice was melody.
That's the one. Well, I'll let you get back to your music.
Yes, I'm eager to play, after being kept away by the waters. But please, take this. I meant it when I said I owe you. This place means a lot to me, and my family. Let's see. What shall I play next? The echoes are different off Whetstone. The sound is warmer. The sound of the pipes fills my heart with joy and sadness, all at once. Do you wish to hear me play again? There's nothing worse than the sound of snow and silence. Listen. The air of the cut will freeze over with no drumbeat to rouse it. This piece reminds me of my beloved father. The Carja hated the Din, sieged it for weeks, and gave him an arrow to make their point.
Are you Neltuk?
I've been observing that tower for hours. How the daemon's light pulses through it, repairing machines. You overcame it, just like that.
Kind of what I do. I'm looking for Araya. Can you help me?
She's gone where only shamans can tread. She left in search of answers from the voice in the blue light. And yet, what she truly seeks is hope. After what I just saw, you could show her that. She's in retreat beyond those mountains, the ice rasps. You'll have to walk the shaman's path to get there. You'll know you've reached the end when you come to a shrine, a great machine covered in blue gleam. Shamans who complete the path take a piece of it as reward. If you make it that far, you should too. You'll have earned it.
How do I cross this shaman's path?
Go to the ice rasps. Then follow the markers through the ice caves and the waterfalls, and make the climb to the shrine. But be careful. The path is meant to be an ordeal, the final trial of a young shaman's training.
And I'll find Araya at the end of it?
No. She goes further up, somewhere inside the mountain. If you see her, would you tell her, I have faith she will hear the voice again. It is better to go prepared.
I guess I have an ordeal to face.
If it's any consolation, I survived it.
Only Banuk train here in the Snow Chance, young huntress. Unless you have a chieftain or their shaman vouching for you.
Can't say I do.
Then forgive me, but the way of things is the way of things. Without the approval of a leader, this place is forbidden.
Let's see if I've got this straight. We heard two voices. One you call the Spirit, captured somehow by the one you call a daemon. Whatever this daemon is, it's related to the machines and why they've become more dangerous. I want to know how. Both the Spirit and the daemon are on a mountain, Thunder's Drum. So why don't we go there and figure out what it all means?
We can't. Thunder's Drum is dangerous, more than you can imagine. The daemon has secured it. Besides, Aratak won't let us go. As chieftain, he controls the pass to the mountain, and he can't be reasoned with.
Sounds like you need a new chieftain.
Huh. There's an idea that's certain to win us friends. Huh. You said you were a hunter. And I'll wager you're not an ordinary one. It's not impossible, even for an outlander. An Aratak couldn't refuse the challenge if you were known among the Werak.
Wait, me? Challenge Aratak? I don't want to be chieftain of anything, much less a bunch of Banuk that don't want me.
But you want to go to Thunder's Drum, don't you? You heard the Spirit. She is suffering, tormented by the daemon. She longs to be free. And perhaps, when released from her bonds, she can give you the answers you seek.
I can't believe I'm agreeing to this. Fine. What do I have to do?
Get the Werak's attention to show the worth of your claim. Win at the hunting grounds. Kill bandits that prey on the cut. Or, speak to my friend Sekuli. You help her, you'll definitely get noticed.
I've already done what's needed. The Werak should know who I am.
Have you now? I suppose ignorance is the price I pay for hiding in a cave. When you're ready, go to Aratak and throw your spear at his feet. I'll be there to back your claim. In the meantime, if you have questions, I'll be here. Oh, and one more thing. In the box, over there is a weapon. Like my own. Take it. You may find it useful.
You're Aloy, right? My pop... Bergund, I mean, told me you might be heading up to see me. Varja. Pleasure. Hey, that spear is really something. You've customized her, haven't you?
I've made a change or two. You've got an eye for weapons.
I wish these Banuk agreed with you. I can't seem to sell scrap to a Glentalk around here. Everyone wants boring old bows and spears. I like the more unusual stuff. And the Banuk can get unusual. Like that spear Aratak hauls around. An ice rail. Ooh, or that weapon of Araya's. What I wouldn't give to poke around inside one of those. feel the lightning on my fingers. Or inside of anything, really. Last commission I had was a month ago. A weapon that spat fire. That didn't go well.
Run into each other again. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were following me.
This forge fire of yours.
Like I said, a Belloback.
So you want to hunt a Stormbird? I haven't seen any in the cut.
That's right. But one roosts back near Freeheap. How about a break from all this white? I'll meet you there. What? People expect you to hike for miles, hunt huge machines alone, and just bring stuff back?
Mostly.
Not me. I'm fierce.